Welcome to WorldCraft Logistics TV, episode number 17. My name is Jimmy, and what I do, I have been helping clients clear their shipment through custom and FDA for the last 13 years. And today, I want to show you how to import in surgical masks or medical masks for personal use and for business use is because of COVID-19 or the coronavirus that's happening all over the world right now and also here in the US. So number one is I want to show you the process and step how to import in as for personal use or for business personal use that's not reselling the product. And then number two is the process and step how to import the surgical mask or the shipment in under business to the purpose of to resell the product to the public. Okay, so before we dive into it, let's go over three types of typical masks out there. There's a lot of masks out there, but let's go over the three typical masks. So what we have here is we have the reusable dust mask. The thing with the reusable dust mask is that it's made out of fabrics, and this fabric doesn't really protect you. The purpose of this fabric is to protect you against dust. It's not going to protect you against any virus or any coronavirus. The purpose of it is to protect you against dust. And the wonderful thing about this mask is that it's reusable. Like if you use it, you go home and you can rewash it. You see a lot of people using this mask in countries just as Vietnam, because in Vietnam they ride a lot of moped in the street and they use this mask. Is the purpose of it is to protect them against dust. Okay, so that's what's wonderful about this mask. However, again, this mask does not help you protect you against any virus at all. Next we have is the second mask. The second mask is a 3-ply mask. So the thing with the 3-ply mask is that you probably see this mask, when you do your yard, you see this mask at a nail shop. You probably see this mask, very typical mask. It's everywhere. It's very thin. You use it one time, you throw it away. So there's the first option, right? The 3-ply mask. The first option is to protect you against dust. It's called the 3-ply dust mask. So the only purpose of this mask is to, like I say, it's meant to protect you against dust. That's it. It doesn't protect you against virus. However, you also, the next level up is going to be for surgical and medical masks, right? So the next level up, you probably see a similar mask in doctor office or in hospitals, right? So the difference between the dust mask and the surgical medical mask is that there's another layer. The middle layer is going to be a better layer of fabrics where it filters out the smaller particles. And this typically, the surgical medical mask is going to cost you more than your dust mask, and you could buy this mask on Alibaba or Alibaba Express, and you will see the price different. Dust mask is going to be half the price, and then medical mask is going to be double the price. I will give you the link below. And then this mask right here, it's good, and a doctor like to use it is because in surgery and stuff like that, because it's easier to breathe. And again, they're just disposable masks, typical disposable mask. The number 3 mask is going to be the respiratory mask, the N95. So the wonderful thing about an N95 is that it blocks at least 95% of small particle up to 0.3 micron. It's pretty small, okay? However, there's also 2 levels of this mask. The 2 level is the first level is the N95 dust mask. So the N95 dust mask, the purpose of this mask is to protect you against dust. It's not going to protect you against virus. And then there's also the N95S. The N95S is for surgical mask, right? So this one, it protects you against droplets. Like when a person sneezes and then the droplet fly in the air and it go through the mask, or when a sick person sneeze and then it blocked the water particles, right? I'm going to give you the link below on all this mask, right? So the first link I want to give you is going to be the FDA explanation of this mask in more detail compared to what I'm doing, and then so you can read up on it. Okay, so now that we go over the 3 types of masks, let's go over the importation of the mask. Okay, so all the masks I listed, you could buy some of this mask on Alibaba or Alibaba Express, right? I'll show you the link below as well. So now I tell you the 3 different masks that you could buy and how different they are, or there's a surgical and the dust mask. Let's go over the process of importing them in. So first thing first, for personal use, right? So when you import this mask in for personal use, if you import any dust mask in at all you need from the factory is the invoice and the packing list. That's all you're gonna need to import them in, okay? That's all, okay? So now, let's just say if you wanna buy medical masks to import them in, it gets complicated, but it's not complicated. So when you import in for personal use, just make sure that the factory is FDA approved, because you are importing in medical masks now. It's gonna cost you more money. So make sure the factory is gonna be reliable. Make sure the factory is FDA registered. There's a lot of fake company out there, that's the truth, okay? If you know someone that have imported this mask in before, just ask them. Some people share, some people don't. The people that know well, they most likely they make a business out of it, and they're not gonna share this kind of information, right? But there will be people out there that are willing to help and willing to share. Just ask, you never know, okay? So let's just say you buy from a reliable factory that's FDA approved, right? They have all the FDA paperwork, and you ship them in. Well, for personal use, all you need to do is to put on your invoice and packing list, quote unquote, on the invoice and packing list, shipment is for personal use only, not for resale. When US Custom and FDA see this line, they know that you are importing it in for your own personal use, and you not sell to the public, right? Just make sure you want to keep it minimum below 500 unit per importer. So let's just say if you have a family of 2, just you and your wife or whatever, then you import in 1,000. They explain why you import in 1,000, and you say, you know what, this is for me and my wife. Let's not go overkill and import in 10,000 for one person. Then most likely they will know that you are trying to sell it. Don't try to do that. They know when you import in too much. So I would say minimum 500 unit per person. I have seen people importing more, but again, it's really up to the officer, right? It's like speeding. Like some officer will pull you over for speeding, over 10 miles. Some officer will pull you over when you speed over 5 miles. It's really dependent on the officer, but my recommended number is 500 unit per personal use, per person for personal use. So again, for personal use, on your invoice and packing list, you put for personal use, not for resale. That's the key quote that you need to import in surgical medical masks. Okay, that's done. So now we talk about number 2, which is making money, right? So if you're gonna import this in under a business, import in this thing under personal and resale. I wouldn't do personal resale, but let's import this thing under a business to resell in the purpose of making money, right? So when you do this, it gets complicated and it's gonna cost you money. So number 1, your factory for sure at this time is gonna need FDA registration. If the factory does not have FDA registration, forget it. I cannot clear your shipment. No one could clear your shipment unless they sneak it in, they lie their way in, okay? Because it's medical product now, right? Unless it's dust mask, you just need invoice, packing list. That's all you need. Once you step into the medical, surgical, your factory is gonna need FDA registration. So now your factory have it, you're gonna bring it in to the US, right? And when you bring it in, you yourself, the importer, need to register for a DII, medical device initial imports, right? So what it is you need to contact the FDA and you need to register yourself with the FDA. I have a link below for you to click on. You need to contact the FDA and do your diligence, right? You need to register your company. A small company could cost up to $10,000 a year, depending on how much you import. Okay, so what is this thing, right? What is this thing? So basically, the US government, when you import a medical device into the US government want to know the factory you work with is reliable, FDA registered factories, right? And when you bring it in, let's just say your company is Surgical Mask Worldwide, right? They want to know that your company, Surgical Mask Worldwide, is registered, so that when you sell this product to, all this hospital and all this patient out there and doctor out there that using it, if something happened to those masks, they're gonna go after you because you will register and shut you down, and then they will blacklist the mask from the factory coming in. That's the reason why. But then again, by doing it this way, you are expected to pay about $10,000 to register your company per year, right? So that's how you would import in medical masks for business use. It costs a little more, but well, it doesn't cost a little more, assuming you're gonna make tons of money anyway, right? So I hope this video helped, and if you have any question, please contact me. My info is below. For personal use, I already explained it. It's pretty easy. If you still need help with it, you're welcome to contact me. For business use, again, if you need help with it, I could help you clear custom for you and guide you through it. My company is a freight forwarding company. So thank you very much, and for watching.